Good afternoon, good morning, good night to others. Today we got another E39JunkRat video. We're going to jump straight into it. In today's video we're going to go over some of the major problems that I've had with this BMW E39 540i. It's a 1997, so it's the non-vanos, so the timing chain and guides will be a lot easier to do on this. So to start, you want to get all your intake stuff off, basically your filter, your mass airflow sensor. Then you want to move straight to the radiator. Take the radiator off. It's simple. It's 2 bolts on the top. And then there's about 3 to 4 hoses. There's one small hose on the bottom left side if you're looking at the engine bay. One at the top that's a plug-in. Another one at the top. And then one over on the right side. After that, we went ahead and took off the pulley for the water pump. Then went ahead and unscrewed these right here. There's 8 inside of there. Take off the pulley, you need to take off the clutch fan. The clutch fan is 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches. Basically what I did was I just put the 1.25 inches up against there. You need a special tool. This was my special tool that I used. You just need to lock it up in behind the clutch fan onto one of these bolts. Be careful not to let it snap. Then we went ahead and took off our BMW covers. Those cover the valve covers. They're just 2 screws that go straight through the middle. I believe they're size 10. After that, we went straight to taking out the coil packs. It's very simple. I believe they're 8mm screws. Then you just slide the connection rail back. They pop right out. Come down here, releasing your tensioner bolt. It is the middle bolt right here, and that will allow play in the tensioner so you can take off your belts. Same thing over here. Take off the tensioner bolt. It is the one down here on the right hand side, and that will allow tension to take off your belts. Next thing you want to do is be very careful with all of these wires, because over time they do get hot and cold, and they become very brittle. So what you want to do is take your size 10, pull off those 2 screws. Very carefully on the back end of the fuel injectors, there are clips. With this flathead screwdriver, you can pop those clips straight out. Then you'll be able to pull the complete module up without pulling out the fuel injectors. Pulling out the fuel injectors just allows the fuel to disperse out, and I don't want to deal with that mess. Nor is it necessary to get the valve covers out. Next thing we did was we took the 11 valve cover screws out. All the way around the side. There's one located here in the front, another one in the front, 2 on each right here, 2 right here, 2 right here, 2 on the back. Same thing on the other side. 3 in the front, 2, 2, and another 2, and then another 2. And before you get to tugging on that too much, make sure you go ahead and take off your ground wire. Very simple, you just pop this off. Some people like to take the whole box off with a T-set. I'd rather just take off the screw, pull the wire out of my way. Next thing you're going to need to do is get a puller and pull off your harmonic balancer. After we take that off, we take the water pump off, our intake. Then it'll be some screws in the front. But we gotta wait for our camshaft locking set, so that's the end of today's video. I hope that gave you guys a better idea of what we had going on and our symptoms of the problems. The startup video was nice and all, but the front end is what killed it. Alright, the purpose of today's video is to give you guys a better idea of what we were doing and what the repair process was for doing the timing chain guides and tensioners. We're going to be replacing all of that. We have the parts over here. We're still waiting for our camshaft locking set. It's in the mail. It should be here next Thursday or Friday, hopefully earlier.